let me that share the screen as usual. Before that, let me check the sound. How is the sound? Okay. Yes. Mm, you know that I keep my all the materials in a drive. Okay. You are from class 9. Today, lesson 3.1. I have told you. Lesson 3.1. Lesson 3.1. Okay. Let me. Okay, welcome in social online class, everyone, once again. Some of you, more friends have joined in our class. Okay, today's topic was like this lesson 3.1. Yes, lesson 3.1. Sorry, I couldn't see it properly. Lesson 3.1, our traditional art. Hamra paramparagat kala. Yes, our traditional art. Now, first of all, we'll try to know what is art, because it might be the new topic, new lesson, brand new lesson for all of you. You may not have studied about the traditional art before, I think so. Yes, Kripa? Look here, what is art? Uh, Definition goes like this. The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power, is known as art. What is art? Art is creative skill of the people. Yes, creative skill of the people. Art is imaginative skill of the people. Writer imagine so beautifully. As a result, we love reading their poem. You know that they compose poem on moon. They compose poem on their beloved one. They compose that poem on river, forest, people. But so beautifully they imagine about them, and so beautifully they describe, they appreciate, they shows their that what to say, sympathy, love, affection to those things. As a result, we love reading their poem. We love to recite their poem. You might know. Therefore, art is creative skill and imaginative skill of the what to say, artist. Yes, artist, writer, actor. How the actor, that act there in the movies. We love their acting, as if we imagine that they in their life it's happening. It's happening in their real life. You know that they cry, they sometimes shows their happiness and so on. Yeah, I do the visual only. Art can be only visual, okay? It can be in other form as well. Look here, in the form of painting, in the form of sculpture, in the form of different other creative product like handicraft. Those are also art. And mostly such creative skill of the people, such imaginative skill of the people, or the things produced by using the creative skill and imaginative skill by the people, by the artists, are loved by everyone, appreciated by everyone, are liked by everyone because of the beauty, because of the emotional power, because of their, the art to express such things. How the poet says the same common thing in a unique way, in a different way, but we can do. Okay, we are ordinary people. Ordinary people, whatever says, it sounds common one, but same common thing is described or presented by actor, writer, that an artist in very creative way. Therefore, they are artists. Okay. Therefore, simply keep in mind, art is creative skill, imaginative skill of the writer, actor, artist, and so on. Okay, now let's go to the next subtopic. Our major topic is our traditional art. Don't forget this. What is traditional art now? Art can be also classified. Modern art, traditional art, and so on. I mean, in these two categories, especially we can categorize, classify the art into two categories. Those are actually, they are traditional art and modern art. Okay, what is traditional art then? Art that is part of the culture of the group of people, skills and knowledge of which are passed down through generation from master craftsmen to apprentice. Yeah, meaning also abroad. Yeah, craftsman means the quality of design and work shown in a something made by hand. That means handicraft, you know, that those things, those actually creative product which are made by, you know, that carpenter or other artist by using their hand and skill. Similarly, apprentice means here a person who is learning a trade from a skilled employer. Apprenticeship. Therefore, what is traditional art? Those art which belong to our culture. You know that we are from different caste and community. We are from different parts of the Urlagari. You know that, and Nepalese are have been living in different parts of Nepal, different provinces of Nepal, different municipalities of Nepal. People of this whole world have been living in different parts of the world, different continent of the world, different countries of the world. What are there? They have their one culture, tradition, skill, and so on. If any art is there, which is based on the culture, religion, tradition, local skill, knowledge of the people, it is known as traditional art. Okay, sorry. Therefore, simply keep in mind those you know that art, those creative skill, those imaginative knowledge and skill, such as painting, sculpture, you know that literature, and so on. If those are based on our culture and tradition, caste and community, nation and region, and has been, you know, that passed down to up to our generation also, from the past generation, from our ancestor. Such art is known as traditional art. Okay, I think you have got the ideas. Now let's go to the next topic. Now I have told you already there are two kinds of art regarding modern art. Actually, I haven't brought information, but simply keep in mind the modern art can go beyond the art and, I mean, culture and tradition of people. Can be created, can be produced by using you know that such imagination and skill which can go beyond the any continent and countries. You know that. Continent. It is actually what to say, borderless one. Okay, borderless literature. I mean, any literature, any novel, any poem, if it is popular all over the world. Okay, such poem can be known as modern poem. If any actually actor is there who is popular all over the world, he can be considered as a modern actor. You know that. Uh, uh, Regarding modern actually art, that was something I want to say. In upcoming slide, I'll describe about that. Okay, now let's go to the third topic, Nepali art of painting. Especially, we focus in this lesson on our painting. I mean, art of painting. What sort of art of painting are actually prevailing there in our nation? Look here. Nepali art of painting is classified into three groups. Nepali art of painting. I have told you that art means even to compose a poem is also art, to actually manufacture, produce different furniture item is also art. That is also creative skill. That is, they also, even the carpenter use their imagination, creative imagination. Even actor are also art. They are known as artists as well. You know, but today we just actually focus our studies on discussion on Nepali art of painting, especially painting of Nepal. How is it? What sort of actually art is it? How is its history? Okay. and how is the present condition of this art in Nepal. We'll discuss on it. Okay, look here. Nepali art of painting is called classified. Nepali art of painting is classified into three groups. Number one, book painting. Number two, scroll painting. And number three, wall painting. There are three types of Nepali art of painting. Now, number one, that is book painting. I have told you already. What sort of painting and art is it? Okay, look here. The oldest book painting of Nepal has found in religious books. Yeah, a little bit short history, a short history of book painting I have brought. It may be mentioned in your book too. Oldest book painting of Nepal has been found in religious book. Most of the religious books of different caste and community who follow Hinduism in their Ved, Mahabharata, Puran, Gita, and so many other actually religious and holy books. Now, whatever paintings are found there, are available there, those come under, those come under book painting, traditional book painting. Similarly, originally they were made on copper plate, palm leaf, wood, etc. In initial phase, in the beginning, book painting, especially painting or art, were found on copper plate, palm leaf, wood, and religious books. Even on wood, artists used to, that carve the different picture of God in Kaddish on a palm leaf, similarly on a copper plate, or 900-year-old copper painting that goes with the name of Prajna, Prajna Paramita, copied in wood surface, is the oldest painting of Nepal. It is still available in Kathmandu. Okay, government has kept it very safely as a proof of, that book painting, oldest book painting of Nepal. Okay, Prajna Paramita, it is belong to Buddhism. Okay, most of the, that book painting, traditional book painting were based on religion, religious gods and goddesses, deities. Okay, deity, you might know, DEIT, right? Deity. The painting consists of picture of Panchabuddha. Look here, this remaining one, upcoming one sentences is describing about Prajna Paramita. What sort of art was it? Okay, is it? Look here. The painting consists of picture of Panchabuddha. Already I've told you it is belong to Buddhism, Buddhism religion. Okay, and 5 star on the side, one side, and the picture of Paramita, Vajra Sattva, and other goddesses on the other side. Yes, this is one of the oldest one, 900-year old one actually painting is available there. It is carved on a surface of the wood. It is also known as book painting. Don't think that book painting must be painted on a pages of the book. Even those actually painted and carved on a surface of the wood, on a copper plate, on a surface of the palm leaf, are also known as book painting in Nepal. Yes, regarding book painting, look here, I have brought very beautiful picture. Have you seen this picture? Do you see, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, look here, Nirman. Okay, Nirman. This is the book written by Ghanashyam Kharka. Yes, one of the literary books. It is a novel. If I am not wrong, it is a novel. Nirban. Nirban. Okay, Ghanashyam Kharka has actually written this novel. This is a book, and whatever picture, beautiful girl's picture, has been painted over here by artist. Each book painting. This is the one of the example of book painting. This is the modern actually art. You know that nowadays we were publishes their literary books on poem, novel, stories, essays, and so on. Lyrics, ghazal. They mostly, pen there. I mean, pen the picture on the first page, especially on a cover page. Okay, it is called cover design also. On a cover page, such kind of painting are painted. Okay, they asked to paint the artist there. Okay, now next picture. Look here. This belongs to religious books. Yes, there's maybe belong to Buddhism. Yes, the first one picture belong to looking like Buddha there. Another look like another god. It is not so much clear. Just I want to say that I mean to say that it is a religious book, holy book, and there has been painted the painting of the picture of the god and goddess. Okay, god and goddess, especially Gautam Buddha, first one, next one belong to goddess Devi, maybe. Okay, this is the old one or traditional art. Traditional art of Nepal. This is the modern art of Nepal. Look here, some differences are here regarding book painting, that much only. Now let's go to the next type of art, next type of painting of Nepal, art of Nepal. It is known as scroll painting. What sort of painting is it? Look here. Scroll painting are drawn on paper or cloth. Look here. Either on a paper surface or surface of the cloth. A scroll painting is called Thanka in Nepal, Paua in Tibet. This very scroll painting is known as Thanka in Nepal. You might have heard about Thanka. It is especially very much popular in Kathmandu Valley, Paua in Tibet, and Thanka in Europe and the West. It means from Nepal, one thing, one art, one artistic product is mostly bought by, purchased by the foreigner, and they take to their European and Gulf countries. It is Thanka. Yes, it is Thanka. The oldest scroll painting found in Nepal date back to 11th century. That history of the scroll painting, yeah, belongs to 11th century. Since 11th century, scroll painting is being painted, okay, are being painted by the different painters, different artists. Scroll painting drawn virtually on the clothes can be folded, carried, and stored. Okay, whichever scroll painting is drawn on the surface of the cloth can be folded, also carried, also stored, also it can be taken anywhere, wherever we go. Therefore, most of the Europeans, most of the tourists, purchase the Thanka by paying expensive amount of money as its cost, and take to their country, and keep in their sitting room as a token of love from Nepal. It is further divided into Pata and Mandala. This is scroll painting. Okay, there are two types of scroll painting. It means Pata. What sort of scroll painting is it? Yes, given some information about it. About this scroll painting, look here, long with main deity. It means God and God. You know that main deity, God, at the center. It means there will be painted a picture of a God in the center and others on a surrounding. Around that main deity, main god, there will be picture of race god and goddesses as well. If such scroll painting is there, it is known as Pata scroll painting. And mandala, what type of scroll painting is it? Look here, circular with swastik or similar signs at the center. There won't be the in the center. There won't be the picture of any god and goddess. There will be swastik sign or other similar sign at the center, and deities, different god and goddesses picture on the surrounding around the swastik. Such actually scroll painting is known as mandala. I hope you are clear there regarding scroll painting. Look here, if you check this picture, you will get the ideas. Look here, look here, main deity, okay, main deity on the center. Yes, main god on the center, main goddess on the center, and rest goddess around the around this main deity. Therefore, it is Pata scroll painting. But look here, it is in circular form. Yes, it is in circular form. But in the definition, there has been told to us that there should be swastik sign or similar sign in the center. But it is picture of a one goddess. Why is it so? I don't know. But actually, you know that original one, traditional one, which actually maintaining the originality of the mandala painting, mandala scroll painting. There must be swastik sign in the center. It is the sample of mandala scroll painting. It is the sample of, this is the sample of Pata scroll painting. Okay, now let's go to the next topic. There is just left 9 minutes. We might finish our lesson today easily on time. Okay, you might know we are discussing on our traditional art, and especially we are now at present, you know, that discussing on the types of art of painting in Nepal. Okay, third type of, or third and last one type of painting of Nepal is known as wall painting. Okay, wall painting. Look here, available wall painting of Nepal don't date back to the pre-Lichavi period. You know, a pre-Lichavi period. It means since Lichavi period, wall painting has developed in Nepal, has emerged in Nepal. It has been started in Nepal, has been launched in Nepal, and afterwards it is being continued to what to say, draw over there. Okay, King Jitamitra Malla and Bhupatindra Malla kept much wall painting in their decorative chokes. When there was Malla dynasty ruler in Nepal, they used to compete for, you know, decorate the chok, decorate the public building with the wall painting. There was such competition. Nowadays, only ruler of this Nepal at present only looks, you know, that, or they ignore, they look as if they are ignoring the art. They are ignoring the actor, writers, you know, painters, carpenters, you know, artists. They look so, they sound so, they look always busy for dirty politics. Just they quarrel for the chair. You know that. They look so, they sound so, they behave so. You might know. Okay. You might also listen the news every day. Better to listen the news every day to update ourselves. But in the ancient time, in the medieval period, when there was actually a Mulla dynasty ruler and other dynasty ruler were ruling in our nation, they used to love the painting, they used to love the art, they used to promote the writer, they used to, you know, that promote the religious leader. King Jaya Prakash Malla of Kantipur did the same. Jaya Prakash Malla also used to love the art very much. He also promoted it and developed, you know, wall painting. A huge wall painting is still found in Pasupati and Jaya Bageshwari there. As when we get the opportunities, golden opportunities to visit the different parts of Kathmandu Valley, at that time, if you drop over there in Pasupati or Jaya Bageshwari, you shall see many you know, wall painting over there. Stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Jatak are commonly portrayed. Look here, carved on the surface of the wood, on the surface of the copper plate, and so on. Keep in mind, most of the, you know, that art which were what to say, portrayed, carved, and drawn in the ancient period, in the medieval period, were based on religion. Especially there was you know, huge influence of Hinduism and Buddhism. Look here, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Jatak. This is actually Buddhism, belong to Buddhism. You know, most of the picture, most of the painting available in Nepal belongs to two religions of Nepal, especially that is Hinduism and Buddhism. Mithila painting is one of the most refined form of wall painting. Look here, this even Mithila painting, this wall painting is known as Mithila painting too. And Mithila painting is one of the refined one, modernized one form of wall painting. Since it is started from Madhubani, India, it is known as Madhubani painting as well. Are you listening? Madhubani, India, it is started from the Madhubani, India, and it was imported from the Mithila, I mean, from the Madhubani, India. Therefore, it is imported one wall painting as well. In the context of Nepal, it is also known as Madhubani painting, which contains the picture of god and goddesses like Ganesh, Krishna, Shiva, Durga, Kali, along with worldly creature like tiger, monkeys, ape, you know that, and so many other creatures, along with the different god and goddess. I'll show you the picture. What sort of picture is there regarding? Actually, I couldn't bring. I think next slide there might be. Look here. This is the picture sample of wall painting. Wall painting, it is symbol. Whatever has been drawn there has been written on the wall. Different classes of, I mean, different walls of different classes in our school. There are written different grades saying of the grade schooler to motivate the student, motivate the teacher. Those are also wall painting. And if you have suppose it is your home, it is belong to you or to your parents. Here, look here, whatever color has been put there, whatever color has been used there to color this home, it is also wall painting. Yes, we color our home as we build our home. Therefore, coloring our home is also comes under art. It is wall painting. It is completely, this first one picture is completely belong to wall painting, of it modernized one wall painting. Now let's go to the next picture. Look here, it is called Mithila painting. It is called, this is modernized form of wall painting. Look here, there are different gods, that different gods in God this belong to Hinduism. Here are also different, I think, which god and goddess I couldn't tell you. You might know, okay, you might recognize, but worldly creatures are also the peacock. There might be another peacock. Yes, in this world, with along with the worldly creature or creature of this world, animals of this world, that parts of this world, there will be drawn, portrait. It portrayed the different god and goddess. It is called Mithila painting. It was imported from the Madhubani, India. Therefore, it is known as Madhubani painting as well. Okay, guys, 3 minutes left there. This much for today. Thank you so much. It was short and sweet lesson. We discussed on how actually art of painting prevailing in Nepal. Have a nice day ahead. Let me stop sharing screen. Hello, Kamana, did you listen me? Oh, Anamol also I saw today. Anamol is also there. Kripa is also there. Elijah is also there. We'll do that work. Or should I prepare the Facebook page, guys? If I have to prepare Facebook page, you have to send me friend requests. Afterwards, I can add you there. Or I think if I just prepare, if you follow or like that, it will work. Am I right? Anamol, do you have any idea about Facebook page?
पेज की ग्रुप सर मैसेंजर ग्रुप की पेज
Messenger group, I think won't be effective, brother. I'm thinking not to prepare any messenger group for homework, okay, receiving homework, sending homework for our class. Better to prepare the Facebook page. If I prepare Facebook page, simply if you like over there, then you can join in Facebook page. Afterwards, you can send your homework as well, can't you? Okay, today I'll actually try to prepare it, and tomorrow I'll inform you about it, okay? Anyways, guys, there's less than 1 minute left. So this much for today. Once again, have a nice day ahead. Bye. Keep doing exercises, okay? Difficult question answer we shall solve on every Thursday and Friday. You might know, don't forget that. Easy one, keep doing like you're actually Unica and other classmates. Okay, that's all.
सर ऐसा करो